Doctor of 1,000-pound Sisters Tammy Slaton reveals the most dramatic change following her shocking weight loss. Tammy Slaton, one of the stars of TLC's 1,000-pound Sisters, has made headlines with her dramatic weight loss transformation, shedding over 500 pounds since her journey began in 2020. The catalyst for her success? A combination of bariatric surgery and major lifestyle adjustments that were critical in sustaining her newfound health. Recently, her bariatric surgeon, Dr. Eric Smith, sat down with Tyla to reveal the factors that helped Tammy not only lose the weight but maintain it, a feat few achieve after reaching such a high weight. The 38-year-old reality star hit her lowest point in 2021 when she faced a terrifying near-death experience due to respiratory failure. Only one day after re-entering a weight loss rehab center, Tammy had to be placed on a ventilator and put into a medically induced coma after her breathing stopped. Her life was hanging by a thread, and when she woke up, a tracheotomy tube was inserted to assist her breathing. This life-altering experience was a turning point for Tammy, as Dr. Eric explained. For her at that time, she was willing to admit she needed help. She didn't have everything figured out, but she was willing to open up to us and let us get her help. The first hurdle Tammy needed to overcome was meeting the eligibility requirements for bariatric surgery. Bariatric surgery, a procedure that alters the digestive system to restrict food intake and reduce hunger signals, is often a last resort option for those struggling with severe obesity and related health complications. But to undergo the surgery, Tammy had to lose a significant amount of weight on her own, which required not only physical effort, but also a deep mental shift. As Dr. Eric shared, Tammy's mental health improvements were even more impressive than her weight loss. The interesting parts about Tammy's journey are her weight loss is obvious visually, and that's what sticks out to people, Dr. Eric told Tyla, but her progress and her complete turnaround from a mental health standpoint, I think, is more dramatic than the weight that she lost. He elaborated that Tammy had previously struggled with food addiction, turning to it as a coping mechanism whenever life became difficult. Recognizing this, her medical team knew they needed to help her address the root causes of her addiction before the surgery could even be considered. Instead of introducing Tammy to a restrictive diet plan, Dr. Eric and the team emphasized realistic, sustainable lifestyle changes. Rather than prohibiting Tammy from certain foods, they introduced her to portion control and encouraged her to make conscious choices. Dr. Eric believes this approach prepares patients for real-world challenges. When we sent her to rehab, we did not prohibit her from eating certain foods. I personally do not believe that works. I think that's wrong because it's not the real world. I want her to make those decisions for herself. He guided Tammy to understand that choosing balanced options, like prioritizing protein and whole foods over processed sugars and empty calories, would help her achieve her health goals. Along with dietary changes, Tammy's routine at the weight loss rehab facility involved consistent physical activity. At her previous weight of over 700 pounds, Tammy's ability to move was limited, but the facility offered her basic activities that she could not have done at home. By introducing small, achievable physical activities into her day-to-day life, Tammy saw a gradual weight loss, which fueled her motivation to keep going. Dr. Eric highlighted that Tammy's progress was not merely physical, but also marked by newfound independence. For years, Tammy relied on a wheelchair, and her inability to walk without assistance became a defining aspect of her life. However, after months of dedicated effort, she now moves independently, a milestone she describes as unbelievable. The culmination of Tammy's physical and mental transformations allowed her to finally qualify for bariatric surgery, which played a substantial role in helping her achieve sustained weight loss. By changing her digestive system, the surgery limited the amount of food she could consume and dampened hunger signals sent to her brain, making it easier for her to resist overeating. Tammy's journey was documented on 1,000-pound Sisters, where fans celebrated her resilience and persistence in reaching her goals. Reflecting on Tammy's transformation, Dr. Eric emphasized that her journey isn't over, and sustaining these changes is the ultimate challenge. However, With the right tools and support systems in place, Tammy has shown she has the mental and physical strength to maintain her progress. She's gone from being at her lowest point, where she nearly lost her life, to embracing a new chapter filled with greater mobility, improved mental health, and renewed hope for the future.